Hello there. It's Max. Really? UNFTR. If you're here right now for the launch of whatever this is, then you're already in the UNFTR matrix with me, 99, and Manny. So let me talk to you directly about what this is and why I'm doing it. Since you're likely here because you are indeed a UNFTR listener, you're ahead of the game. So I'll do a little bit of level setting for anyone who is sent here by the omniscient algorithm. But mostly, this is just for us. Since starting UNFTR 2 years ago, we've approached various topics from a socioeconomic perspective. I've revealed bits and pieces of my background, but there's something about video that I think requires a little more revelation. I am, obviously, a BWG, a basic white guy. A cisgender white male presenting person able to walk effortlessly and unmolested through the world and observe things from a comfortable perspective. I don't carry the social and economic burdens of most marginalized and economically oppressed people in the country. I'm comfortably upper middle class. I had a very stable and loving upbringing in a prototypical Northeastern Reagan Republican household. I've failed more than I succeeded, and I've lived to tell about it. Yet another upside of the privilege that I enjoy. The downside of my privilege is that I definitely have blind spots, and for that I rely on consuming as many narratives and counter-narratives as possible, and I lean on my colleagues at UNFTR and the UNFTR audience. I have an undergraduate degree in business with a concentration in organizational behavior, and an MBA. Lovely pieces of paper for the wall that are meaningless in practice. But again, what these degrees represent is time. I had the time to learn, to grow, to screw things up, to challenge my own assumptions, and study under some pretty remarkable people. And it opened my mind. And it really is true that the older you get, the less you seem to know, like how to properly edit videos, but we'll see how that goes too. But I do carry with me the discipline of education. The brain is a muscle that needs to be exercised, and there's always more to learn. I spent 15 years in alternative journalism, and I wrote a column on New York politics before moving into stories about oil and commodities, civil liberties, and indigenous issues. I worked with some of the best journalists, in my opinion, and I maintain wonderful relationships with many of them to this day. I'm a small business owner, a husband, father, and I love the New York Mets. I also love Miami Vice, Alan Alda, and boxing. I told you, I'm a basic white guy. What's most important about the things that we cover on UNFTR is that I never ask anyone to take my word for it. I offer commentary and we create space on our podcast to share thoughts and opinions, but the core episodes are steeped in research. Sourcing is the most important thing at UNFTR. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. Together, we've cultivated a culture of both curiosity and kindness. Our listeners are some of the smartest people that I've ever met. We rely on the phrase meeting people where they are to demonstrate that we all bring baggage from our personal experiences to the discourse. Like how I grew up a Republican and worked my way across the spectrum to align more closely with democratic socialists and progressives. We're all on a journey if we're committed to learning and growing. Now, the humbling thing about being so deeply connected to the UNFTR audience is that I'm learning as much from them as I'm offering to them, if not more so. Lastly, let's cover the goal of this channel and how it will differ from the podcast. Now, to be clear, the UNFTR podcast will be our primary marketplace of ideas. The show will continue to be a deeper dive into single topics and feature a high level of production value and audio engineering courtesy of the incomparable Manny Faces. 99 will remain the arbiter of truth and the chief caller-outer of my BS. Nothing changes on that front. The purpose of this channel is to break down key concepts in a tighter and more straightforward format. To build a curriculum of sorts that blends all things U.S. politics, economics, and history, all in service of trying to explain socioeconomic conditions in the United States in historical context, but with current thinking. We'll break down big ideas like neoliberalism, the free market, capitalism, redlining, and immigration into small, digestible pieces. And we'll get to more specific topics like the filibuster, electoral college, gas prices, and the like. We'll explain bizarre quirks in America, like how Obama was a successful Republican president, how libertarians are trying to literally rewrite the Constitution, and why the military is psyched for climate change. Along the way, we'll unearth some heroes and villains. So, I should point out, for anyone new, that we do have a, how should I say, a nemesis. Milton freaking Friedman. Since YouTube doesn't care for cursing, you'll have to listen to the podcast to hear how we usually refer to him. But for the most part, we'll play it straight and provide extremely focused definitions and analyses of crucial issues facing the United States. Sound good? Great. We'll still catch you every Saturday with a full UNFTR episode of the podcast, and 99 and I will catch you during the week with show notes. But hopefully, you'll find these vignettes informative and fun. Now, if you dig what we're doing, please subscribe. And if you're new here, please check out UNFTR.com to find out more about the podcast. And if you're a video editor, don't judge. I'll get better. On the website, you'll also find information on one of our main funding sources, a partnership with the roasters at the Native Coffee Traders on Puspatuck Reservation in New York. You can purchase our premium blends of organic, fair trade, shade-grown, bird-friendly native roasted coffee, like Unf Your Morning, Unf Your Afternoon, a decaffeinated Uneffing, or my personal favorite, Mellow Maynard, affectionately named after our beloved Bloomsbury member, John Maynard Keynes. That's all for now, my friends. To all of the members of the show, thank you. Thank you for carrying us this far and for having our backs. I'm glad you joined me over here. Looking forward to this experiment, wherever it takes us. Here endeth the video.